Oh, by the way, somebody, I don't know if it was like Nick on an alternative account or whatever, but someone with like Peach as their profile pic on YouTube, like commented on both my Hell's Kitchen parts, and the first one he was like, or she, whatever, was like, "You suck at this game," and I was like, okay. And then remember this, the second part, I like unlocked everything and like practice, and you guys were like, "You're an idiot," and I was like, "Yes, but I'm good at this game now." And they literally commented on the second part and was like, "You still suck at this game." And I'm like, Nick on an alt account? Besides the auto comments we get every time I put a video up, where it's like, they'll I don't know if you ever saw them, Trevor, but they'll like highlight like a certain second of the video. They'll be like 45 seconds in, you know how you do the hyperlink or whatever, and they're like anime girls online or whatever, or like meet girls online or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I don't even bother deleting them because I think YouTube just auto deletes them. But besides that guy, my favorite comments are the ones on the Philips CDI Titanic video. That like if I need laughter in my life, I just remember people got mad at us playing a CDI game and talking over it.
I wonder if there's like a legitimate, like, uninterrupted showcase of that game on YouTube, considering how like obscure and weird it is.
Probably not, but who cares? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I guess if you're a big Patrick Stewart, oh god.
Oh yeah, this is the ice zone.
This is cool, but
yeah. This level's not too bad, especially since the way that I play this game is that I just jump everywhere, so the ice physics don't matter too much, especially when the physics are already ice constantly. That bass.
Oh, it's getting like so high too.
Come on.
Bum, 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 bum.
So this entire section's automated. When you stand in front of that ice thing, you just automatically become an ice cube. Nice.
Ba 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 ba. This is kind of game related, kind of social media related, and the only reason I know this is like Mush will like in our group chats like always post this stuff. But I love there's like a lot of like girls on Twitter that will be like, "Would you rather date me or have a PS5?" And literally every single time they do that, every comment is PS5. It's amazing. It's like, boys choose, and every single one's like PS5.
I mean, honestly, how vain can you be?
Yeah, right?
Come on.
Yeah. And of course, I don't go on. I mean, CIB has a Twitter, but literally, I follow one person, and that's Hideo Kojima.
Even though you don't even like him anymore.
I mean, I don't like Death Stranding, but like, I still respect him. But and also, you know, tweets interesting stuff. Still about Death Stranding, and not about, like, working on new games and all that. Anyway, but, like, yeah, I like, find that to be so funny. I'm just like, boys, would you rather have me or a PS5? It's like, the one guy was like, the PS5 isn't gonna leave me. And I'm like, oh my god. Twitter is something, and I'm glad I'm not on it.
Yeah, Twitter's just the worst.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, if Facebook's bad, and
people that spend like their entire day on Twitter, it's just like, what are you doing to yourself? It's either you're just like wasting your time.
Do that thing. Do that thing just so I can see it one time.
What thing?
Jump on the thing up there. Hey, all right. I just want to see what's. You know, there's this weird stat that I read that was like, 50 or 60% of all tweets are done by 10% of accounts. So it's just like, most people are just like lurking, and then there's like some people who are like
They have like literally like 50k tweets.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's like I can't imagine if every time I had like
15 minutes that you've been awake.
If like every time you have a thought, like if like I just ate a bagel, IRL, and it'd be like, I like peanut butter on bagels. 40,000 retweets. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, every time you have an opinion on anything, you have to be like, oh man, I gotta let the world know. Not to say I don't let people know my opinions, like even on here, but it's once a week, and you don't have to look at it if you don't want to, or listen to it. Yeah, I can't imagine spending any amount of time on there. So after this, it's Lava Zone, and then it's the
Lava Zone.
Different one.
Yeah, no. There might be 8 levels if I said 7.
RIP. It's all over. Actually, pretty decently long game. I feel like all things considered, just because of how the game is played, it's
yeah,
longer than a normal Sonic game.
Mostly because obviously you have to find a bunch of things.
Hey, Tails.
Hey, Tails.
Tails looks horrifying, by the way. So does Knuckles.
Yeah, it's weird that they don't say anything either.
I don't understand, because like if I went there and it took 40 of my coins, I'd be like, okay. And can you do 40 and then come back with 10 and it counts? I assume it would. But it's also like...
Okay, 4... Yes, you can do that.
Okay. I guess that's my one major beef about retro games, is sometimes they're like... They don't... Like, all they would have to do there is show him thinking about, you know, 50 coins. Like, 50 and then coin. And I'd be like, okay. It reminds me of, some other game that does that.
Hey, Knuckles.
Hey, Knuckles.
So yeah, they give you a lot of chances to get all 7 emeralds. It's mostly just keeping 50 rings, which obviously you see in the later stages is not easy. There's just so much crap everywhere.
That scrolling snow, though.
The bane of my existence in this game are those, there's turns that shoot in 8 directions, and then you have those snowmen that, like, go around and shoot in 8 directions. Just because of how this game works, you just always run into it.
Also, I'm that, thing that pogo sticks. Is that a verb? Pogos?
Sure.
So if you're on a pogo stick, are you pogoing?
Definitely heard people say that before.
Just pogo. You know what I miss? Yo-yos. I miss all that, that kind of stuff. Pogo sticks, yo-yos, pogs. I'm not gonna lie, I looked up maybe a month ago, like, lots of pogs on eBay, and was definitely considering it, because that's one thing I'll never get...
They're still dirt cheap and no one cares.
Yeah, they're not anything crazy. But that's one thing I'll never get back from our childhood home, is the pogs that are definitely there. And they're definitely RIP at this point. So, I'm like, you know... And it's not like I care. I mean, I got all my games and all that stuff, so whatever. But I'm like, oh man, I had a couple tubes of Slammers. Remember Slammers?
No.
Literally, no.
I mean, I remember Pogs in the sense that we had, like, canisters of them, and I would look at them for 5 seconds and be like, okay.
Oh, dude, I love the...
They're, like, kind of cool looking, like the holographic ones.
Yeah, like the holographic, and just the, like, 3D effects and stuff. I don't know, there's something about it that's very, unlike anything else, intensely, what's the word? Nostalgic. And I'm just like, oh man. I don't think I ever once played Pogs. I think the whole deal with Pogs is like you like flip them or something with the slammers.
There's actually a game.
Yeah.
For Pogs.
Yeah, and the way it's actually supposed to be played is like you all lay down your Pogs or whatever. I guess you put them maybe in like a pile, like a stack. And ones that you win, like ones that you flip over, you're supposed to like literally keep. So if I sat here with like a bunch of Pogs with you, we could like switch our entire sets. And I'm like, no way, dude. This Pog's my Pog. Dang it. I have to go buy Pogs now. That sucks.
Well, I guess a good thing is that you can probably buy like 200 of them for $10.
We're about to find out, aren't we? Pull up this eBay app and make some poor fool out there money for no reason. And then some guy on the other side of the country is going to be like, oh, dude, someone finally bought my Pogs. Thank God. This thing sucks so much. Pogs. In games. Yes. A lot of 100 movie-themed Pogs, milk caps unsorted, retro game nostalgia. 100 for $9.
Nice. Literally, like...
50 Pogs plus 4 slammers.
I was almost expecting them, because everything is stupid on eBay, to be
Yeah,
like, here's this
crazy.
rare Pog.
50 Pogs plus 4 slammers plus Pog Tube, $15. Alright, cool. Yep, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna do it when I, oh my god, there's like... Apparently people made so many Pogs. Pog lot of 1,000 assorted! 50 slammers! Best deal around, $30!
Well, yeah, you might as well do that. $30 for 1,000?
Oh, look at all these! Oh, look at all these slammers!
What are slammers again?
We're only 4 years apart, but that 4 years that we're apart was the Pog era.
It must have been.
Slammers are the heavier ones.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I remember now.
So those ones are dope. The only problem with this lot, and I'm gonna look at it like deeper, is that the slammers all look very similar, and slammers had a lot. There were a lot of different. Like varieties of them, and that one they're different, but they're all the same variety. If that makes sense. So I might buy that one, and then a variety of slammers, and then when I get. That's gonna be one of those packages that, like, I'm gonna be at work, and Ash is gonna open it up, and it's gonna be like, I hate you. It's one of those packages where it's like, oh, like, I can be like, I didn't spend that much money on it, and she would be like, it doesn't matter that you spent any money on this. Yeah, I wouldn't care if they were
50 slammers.
I wouldn't care if they were free.
Teach her the way of slammers.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna teach Ferris the way of slammers. He's gonna love it, dude. I guarantee. Especially, like, I'll watch a YouTube video of, like, how to actually play Pogs, and we're gonna, like, make a mess. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, oh, man. Oh, what are you supposed to do if you don't have this?
You wait until the flickies just fly somewhere else. And, yeah, with the flame shield, you can obviously tell this level's way easier.
Yeah, seriously. Well, at least almost everything that harms you is the flames, right?
Yes.
Oh!
That was so close.
Oh, man. I'm glad that this has been an enjoyable LP, because we're going to follow it immediately up with Remothered, Broken Porcelain, and I, like, because of the way that game, like, autosaves all the time, I can't, like, practice it, even though I have, like, an FAQ I wrote up. By the way, I wrote up, because no FAQs exist in the game.
Are you, like, actually posting it online?
I mean, the problem is, the way I write it is so in shorthand.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like, for instance, from the next part, check projector, go out of room, head towards light, keep following. Should be 3, ? Cages.
Sometimes, dude, do you ever, like, open up a FAQ and it's just in paragraphs and you're just like, I don't want to read this?
Yeah, that is true. I will agree with that. It's like, sometimes it's too much.
So I think there was another flame shield.
Like,
yeah, I think it's
I like the people that, I mean, I understand for something like a complex RPG, like, you really want to have, like, a lot of, like, words and stuff, but, like, sometimes I would, like, look it up for, like, Wonder Boy and Monster World, and that's not a big game, right? Like, all things considered, and the fact would be, like, 500 kilobytes, and I'm like,
yeah.
Why?
And it's like, sometimes it's not even just the length of it, it's just purely the formatting, just, like, pure bulk paragraphs, like, no thank you. Come on, give me some flair.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ever wrote a FAQ, it would literally be like that, like, one line, go outside, second line, go to the second door on the right, you know? But, like, a lot of people back in the day who wrote FAQs, like, took it really, really seriously.
What's this? I never done this.
And, yeah.
No! Okay, I didn't want to do that.
Rip.
Where am I now? Oh, back to the beginning. Cool. Alright, so... How do I get back quick? Alright. Spencer went to the bathroom. How you doing, YouTube land? Alright. Alright, I think I know where I'm going. Speed through everything because I killed all the enemies. Don't have to give a crap about anything because flame shield. Alright, I'm back. Although, I feel as if... Okay. I thought one of the flickies wasn't following me. Alright. Good. I got a barrier and immediately it died. Alright, so I have all these. I want to go this way. Screw it. Oh, come on! Alright. I can't jump off that stupid ledge. And I died. Okay. Alright, going back to get the flame shield. That's the major problem with this level in general. You lose the flame shield and just... Alright. Luckily, it gives you the checkpoint each time that you open up a gate. So I didn't really lose any progress at all. It's just more annoying than anything. Alright. So gotta pay attention. Don't get hit by stuff. Down here. Okay. 2 more. I think one's over here. Okay, cool. 1 more. And I think I go up... Yeah. Do I go over here? Okay, good. I'm glad I went over here first. I think the end of the level is right now. Yes. Was that Act 2? I hope it was. Cool. Alright. Done with that. So 2 more worlds. Plus this boss. This boss is weird. You can attack him over and over again, but it is pretty awkward. Kinda just gotta get lucky with what he shoots out and not getting DTFO. Alright. Yep. Alright. No. Dang it. Alright. Gotta do this. No. Jumping on anything in this game sucks. Alright, Flame, play with me. Alright, cool. This is going way better. Just don't do anything. Nice!
Did I miss anything ridiculous?
I finished the second act and
Good.
Finished the boss.
I do need to say one thing, and that's, that Pog thing I was looking at has 135 watchers.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes I, like, wonder who's, like, maybe everyone just having the same idea as me. They're like, I want to buy Pogs, but not really.
That does sound pretty plausible.
And then maybe one day, if they just, like, have extra money, they're just like, alright, today's the day. Like, later tonight, before I go to bed, I'm just gonna buy Pogs. I'm sorry for staying on that, I just think it's funny.
No, that's fine.
I don't know, sometimes people like, stupid stuff. Oh, man. I was reminded, too, when I was looking through it, Slammers, Trev, came in a bunch of different shapes, too. They weren't just all like, oh, dude, they were so edgy. Like a lot of them were like skulls and stuff. And
I do remember like skull ones.
You could get ones that look like a shuriken blades, or like almost like I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, kind of like shuriken stars, but they're like a lot of points or whatever. That's like the most 90s edgy thing possible. It's like if I saw someone like holding that, I would expect them to have that barbed wire tattoo on their forearm. Check this. Yeah, I got this back in 96. Sounds about right. So the gimmick of this one is you float sometimes.
Yeah. Come on, piece of garbage. Especially when you're in the floating state, you can't jump or do anything. Okay, got my one ring. Just gotta find all the flickies. I killed all the guys, just gotta get the flickies. Could take 10 years. Alright, so I have 4 or 5 here. Nice.
Whee! Yeah, it seems really good that you got those done early, because if you had to, like, get 50 rings here...
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Tails and Knuckles are actually in this stage or the next stage.
3D.
Tubes.
Necessary. I like how slow those projectiles are, and they're still deadly as hell in this game.
Yeah.
It's like, pooh! And
also,
you still get hit.
Yeah, and Sonic's so big and fat.
Rip. He has been eating too many chili dogs. Oh yeah. Poo, poo, poo!
I think that tube, if you don't have all 5 flickies, it just juts you out somewhere else. So
that's why it looks like there was multiple choices. That was actually a quick one.
Yeah. This next one is pretty rough. But the final zone, the first one, you still have to find 5 flickies, but you only have to find 5 the entire stage, I believe. And you don't get them from enemies, and then the final stage, it's such a relief. You don't have to do anything, you just have to go through the level.
Oh, wow. It's like, I guess they look at it like, we're gonna give you a break. Also, you lost a life? Did you lose a life when I was in the bathroom?
Yeah, I like died to the boss, and I also died in Lava Act 2.
See ya.
The only thing I'm really scared about is the final boss, which, I mean, you kind of expect, but, final boss is hard for all the wrong reasons.
I bet it's not Eggman.
Yeah, dude.
You're right, it's actually not. He was every other boss, but he's not the final boss. Oh yeah. You know nothing, fool. It's chaos.
Alright,
The
so
god
this is pretty awkward. There's like, they expect you to do platforming, but you can just kind of cheese it by just jumping.
Woo! Game, don't make me do the platforming game. Thank you.
So this is the closest I'm gonna get to actual platforming. Alright, fell down. Okay. It's not a huge deal. Okay. So this is where you go if you fall down. You go back to this place.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's not too bad.
Do you know what that part reminds me of? This is pretty obscure. Remember that Indiana Jones game AVGN did? Where it's like, you jump down. I think it's Temple of Doom for NES.
It's super weird perspective.
Oh, it's like the weirdest perspective of any game I've ever seen. Okay.
Yeah, this game is pretty lenient in terms of just letting you do whatever you want. Come on, just let me hit you.
I was, watching this guy, earlier. He does these, you know those tier rankings that you can do on that website? Where you just, like, rank stuff. And he, like, takes, like, all games made by a certain company for a certain system, like all Capcom SNES games and whatever. And he gave Evo Search for Eden an S. And
everyone likes
I
that
just
game.
don't know.
I never really tried it that much, but it's, like, intimidating.
I just don't know, because I played it a decent amount, and I think it's like a B. I think it's like, if you're talking about like how like different it is, it's an S. But if you're talking about how good or fun of a game it is, certainly is not. At least he gave Soul Blazer an S. I think he did all like the Enix games. I think that's Enix.
Okay, gotta get a ring. Okay.
He gave.
I kind of forget if I was supposed to go left or right. I hate that feeling in this game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's a good hit.
He gave ActRaiser 1 an S, and I'm like,
ActRaiser 1's a pretty good game.
I want to play that game.
ActRaiser 2 is also like one of the prettiest, and it's like one of the coolest games on the system, but it's the major flaw is it's too hard.
I think he gave it a B or a C, and yeah, it like, I don't know. The whole reason he gave ActRaiser 1 an S is the SimCity stuff, and it seems cool, but I don't know. I gotta LP that sometime. I just worry about the difficulty.
Missing one flicky. Oh, come on. I can't go back. Oh, I just fall out here.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's right there.
Hello!
Can I go back? So the gimmick of... I never mentioned it, but the gimmick of those spark things are... If you're on them for like more than like half a second, you get hit. So you kind of keep jumping, but especially since you're...
Whew! Nice. Good, good, good.
Okay, what's the boss in this one? Oh, this is the conveyor belt. This boss sucks.
Hi. Boing, boing, boing.
It's hard to explain, but since you're on a conveyor belt, the momentum is working against you. So you have to like jam forward to even like jump straight, like in position. It's hard to describe.
Well, thank goodness Eggman comes down to shoot.
Yeah.
Imagine if he just stayed up there the whole time.
And for the most part, it's not too bad, but a lot of times those spikes can just screw you over, depending on the position of them.
So this next level is the last one?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, this game's a pretty good length. I think any longer maybe might be too much.
I wonder, like, the percentage of people that actually finish this game.
I've played this game probably 6 to 10 times, and I never got past the second level.
Yeah, it's probably legitimately like less than 2% of people that owned it.
I want to know how many people actually beat Sonic Spinball. I feel like it's even less.
Oh yeah, probably even less.
Like, I legitimately want to, and I can't. I want to with save states, and I can't. That's it. Nice.
Alright. So, weirdly, this stage is called, like, Panic Puppet. I don't know why.
Oh, yes, this music.
Nice. Give me a ring. Alright. So the gimmick of this one is that the Flickies are in these capsules. And as far as I'm aware, from what I remember, there's only 5 of them.
Nice. What is going on? I'm at the point where these are getting so complicated I can't tell what's in the foreground and the background. Are you actually supposed to hit that?
Yeah, you have to like run over it. It took me a little bit to like even understand what was going on. I kept trying to hit it with like my spin dash or something. Do you know what game I desperately want to do an LP for, but I just can't? Is Beavis and Butthead for the Genesis. That game is impossible.
I know.
The hospital portion makes the game impossible.
Well, I mean, not only that, the game is hard as... Like, even if I had an exact fact and I followed a speed run, well, maybe not a speed run, but followed, like, you know, going the least places possible. Dude. And, like, I want to respect that game so much, but then they just have the fatal flaw of it's just too freaking hard.
It's like, you can obviously tell that the developers cared, because it really feels like you're playing an episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
It doesn't feel like they, like, just were like, whatever.
And the SNES one is easier and, like, a better game, but it's more phoned in, because it's just like, hey, it's a side-scroller and you're in Beavis and Butthead.
Is the Super Nintendo version actually?
Oh goodness, yeah, it's completely different.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I only played the
and the Super Nintendo. Maybe we could do it sometime. The Super Nintendo is co-op, and you don't share a health bar. Or no, wait, yeah, I might have that wrong. But yeah, it's considered. It's considered 1,000 times easier. But yeah, it's unfair. I watched. I think AVGN did it one maybe last year, and I watched it again, and I was like, man, I want to beat that game so bad, but it's just so impossible. You have to do the hospital first, and you just do. And the problem with the hospital level is your like sprites are in the middle, and it's just so hard to see what's going on. It's just so hard.
Just don't get hit. Okay, done.
Is that it?
Still have to do Act 2, but like I said, don't have to pick up stupid flickies.
It's weird how they make you do the whole thing, the whole game, and then they're just like, nah, you don't have to do it.
Now this stage isn't a walk in the park because they just spam enemies.
Oh, look at that, no flickies.
A lot of times you can just give me a ring.
All those rings disappeared instantly.
Yeah.
I would say my top 2 games that I like actually want to beat without save states and I want to do an LP on both of them desperately, is Beavis and Butthead for Genesis and Bart's Nightmare for Super Nintendo. I feel like it would be like a huge, of all the crappy games I've beaten, and I'm not calling either of those games necessarily crappy, but of all the crappy games I've beaten, Kuon, White Day, that's awesome!
Huge. Big Eggman. Yeah, I wish more stages were like this, instead of just generic tiles.
But that would be...
Give me that ring. No. Give me that ring.
That's literally every Sonic game. 1 ring. Got it. That would be a huge accomplishment if I could just beat Bart's Nightmare.
Oh, I think this is like the only pure platforming part in the entire game. Let's see if I can do it first try. It's only 2 jumps, but that's not exactly easy in this game. But no! That's the reason why this game has almost no pure platforming.
They probably just... They knew.
Yeah, like, come on.
The way these things move compared to the static background also is weird looking.
Yeah.
It's like hard to explain. They just look like more alive than everything else.
Oh yeah, this guy is...
What?
I got, like, crushed by the platform? Well, thank you, dog, for the one thing that you granted us.
Wow. And it gave you, it was, like, instantaneous. You fell and it was like, no, you're dead. Instantly dead.
I was, like, so worried about there's a guy on the top that, like, shoots you all the time. I was like, gotta look out for that guy, but of course.
Those floating helicopters remind me of that boss in Final Fantasy VII in the Shinra HQ, where you're going down the elevator. I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hi, Eggman with the nose. FF7 Remake Part 2 when? It's been like 7 months. Made yet?
It's seriously like they have the engine, and it seems like
they have the engine, and that's good. And now that they have the engine, they like I doubt that they would be like, we went back to the drawing board.
What's happening again? So yeah, I never got a game over, so I'm not exactly sure what happens. I really hope it's nothing bad. No getting crushed. Right.
Also, talking about the Genesis taking chances that the SNES didn't, why is Garfield caught in the act a Genesis exclusive? Like, literally, why? I mean, we all know Jim Davis.
Alright, we're done.
Nice. We all know Jim Davis loves money. So why in the heck was that not ported to the Amiga and the WonderSwan and just everything? Alright, final boss? Or no, you have to do some stuff.
Yeah. So this is like the final boss if you don't have all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Oh, yeah, right.
What is going on?
Yeah,
Oh.
so you have to bait these things into attacking you.
I'm gonna guess 3 hits on each side.
No, I think it's actually 4, which is epic.
Sega was just like, we're not Mario.
Yeah, and the worst part is that this is like, it's either 3 or 4 tiers they have to do this with different gimmicks.
Oh, yeah.
Although most of them are like automated, just like timers. None of them are like this where you have to like beta an attack. Okay, so I think these are the flamethrowers.
I like this idea. I don't know. I like this.
No, I definitely.
Some of the other bosses were kind of lame, but this is pretty cool.
This is probably my favorite boss because the final boss is cool, but it's unfortunate how it's designed. I'll try to explain what I mean when we get there.
I'm sure it'll be pretty obvious. I'm sorry. Due to video game good. I was gonna say due to video game logic, the flame should instantly die the second the arms die. Was this electricity?
It's actually they shoot like bouncing balls, and it's the worst by far. So you really want to like you want to hit him like immediately when the balls start coming out, because he'll actually stop shooting like immediately when you hit the balls or hit the blinking things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is this the last one?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't seem like there was a way to go further down. See ya, Eggman. That's the dabbing. That's dabbing on Robotnik.
Alright, final boss time. Kind of unfortunately, the other games, generally when you get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, even if they don't let you turn into Supersonic, they'll usually like transform you into Supersonic, but in this game you don't.
Rip.
So I got the bad ending. It basically says, like, as long as I own this weapon, I can conquer the world, Sonic, and then it brings you the credits.
What the?
So this level looks cool, but this boss has 5 different platforms where it does 5 different attacks. And all you have to do is hit it once, and then I'll move on to the next one. But the unfortunate thing is that you have to do all 5 sections twice. So it feels very padded. Give me a ring. 2 rings in here.
I like how this weapon literally would never die if it wasn't like, let me poke my face in here. Music's cool. Music's very cool. Then his stupid face is gonna come down and he's gonna be like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, this one if you like run around a lot, it's way harder than just waiting for him to actually attack. And of course, he literally comes down and lets you attack him for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I don't know why, but do you notice that the effect on the floors isn't present on this area? Where they, like, glow when you step over them?
Yeah.
It doesn't apply to this one. It's also the least threatening one by a lot. You just run around in a circle, and the missiles cannot hurt you. Man, that is some strict timing.
Wow. Pixel. Now do you go back to the beginning?
No, one more. This is a ball one.
That's so weird. Yeah, you're right.
This one, was the most complicated until I figured out you just stand in a corner. I don't even think I have to jump, but I just do it just because it makes me feel good.
So you just do that again?
Gotta do all 5 of them again.
Interesting. Hey.
So it's more of like an endurance. As cool as this boss is, and I do like this boss, it's much more of like an endurance run more than anything.
It's also relatively slow.
Yeah, you have to just wait for him to do his attacks. Everything's so scripted.
It comes from his nose, I love that. So 2, and then he comes down, right? Classic video games where the second you hit the boss, like, the projectile goes away. Except for Mega Man 1. Stupid game. Doing it 4 times, baby.
Oh. I got too scared because I got hit. Just jump over this. Okay. Yeah, they're big guys.
Hey, what's going on? I'm just gonna put up. Dang it, I got it. The strictest timing. Hey, what's going on? Alright, one more hit. Thank God you can't actually fall off. That would be game-breaking.
I don't think there's a single actual, like, falling death in this game that you can actually achieve.
That's... I think this game would be unplayable if it was like that, right?
I would definitely say so. We're done! Hey, you saw a complete 7 Chaos Emerald run in this game, which... I don't know how many people have actually done that.
Sonic got through the final fight. Oh, dude, you should have beat it 3 seconds faster.
How are you even supposed to do it faster? Everything's so scripted.
I bet if you do it perfectly, it's 420.
Yeah, probably. I did miss 2 hits.
So, Sonic did it.
Thank you, Sonic.
Thank you, Sonic! You saved us from Robotnik! We are grateful for your efforts!
I just did what I wanted to do. Nobody messes with my friends. See ya!
Remember when...
I just did what I wanted to do.
Remember when the Flickies were Sonic's friends?
The Flickies have been freed. Peace and freedom came back to Flicky Island again. Aww.
Yo, this jam. So the interesting thing is that that guy's name that just came up, John Burton, I think in 2017 he actually released like a Sonic 3D Blast director's cut for PC, which was like improved the controls and some stuff, and he just did it for free, just out of nowhere in 2017.
That's
like,
pretty dope.
Like 20 years after, and I looked up the guy's resume. He worked with Traveler's Tales for a long time. He actually worked on Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which is the PS2 one. Obviously, everyone doesn't like that game, but it's mostly just because it's rushed. But then after that, he worked on a bunch of Lego games, and those are pretty decent
I
games.
like Lego games, yeah, absolutely.
And I was surprised that he has been doing consistent work for like the past 25 years.
Honestly, I feel Lego games in general are actually kind of like underrated. Like, a lot of people will be like, ugh, Lego games. And I always tell people at the store, like, no, these are games your kid and you will like. Like, they make you think. They really jog in the noggin.
I mean, it's amazing that they're actually good because they're like the most cynical thing in conception. It's just buy our Legos of this billion-dollar property, but they actually have a team that actually cares.
It's kind of fun.
I also heard that the Lego movie is actually really good too.
Yeah, that it is.
Yeah. So, see ya, folks.
Guess what? See you next time. Traveler's Tales. Bye.